legend, playing over 100 times for Ukraine. He was awarded football's highest honour, the Ballon d'Or, and made history when he became Chelsea's most expensive signing in 2006.
But now Andriy Shevchenko is representing his country in a very different way by opening up his home to Ukrainian refugees after taking part in the launch of a global campaign.
And Andriy joins us alongside Elizabeth Four from the World Food Programme. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for coming in. Andriy, I can't imagine how difficult the last few weeks must have been for you and your family. Some of your family, I understand, are still in Ukraine.
Yeah, my mom, my sister is still in Ukraine. I just removed my mom and sister from Kyiv. He's in a safe place right now, and one of the city close to the Hungary border. And then I spoke this morning with my mom. She got very good sleep, first time in 22 days.
How does it feel, Andriy? You must have looked at what was happening in the build-up to war breaking out, but to suddenly see your country, your friends and your family under attack from the Russian invasion, what's that like? What's it been like for you and for them?
It's hard, terrifying moment. And then 22 days and then war been started. And is the city surrounded by Russian soldiers and just bombing, sending missiles, killing civilians, killing the kids. And my country gloriously defended. And again, I want to thank Army, the President Zelensky, for doing a lot for defend our country.
Of course, you will be known to people, you're a footballing legend generally, but you will be known to people for your time at Chelsea when Roman Abramovich brought you in. And presumably you worked with him, he was a massive supporter of you, you were a huge signing, the biggest at the time. It's right at the heart of the awfulness of this, isn't there, that you're Ukrainian, your family are in peril, and yet Roman Abramovich is Russian. And how do you feel for your former club and the tensions that we see there about the loss of him for the club?
I think the history of the Chelsea, it can be cancelled. It's an incredible club, and especially because there is incredible fans. The Chelsea fans is always stay behind the club, supported. I know it's a difficult time for him, but I'm sure he's gonna come through. And I even have a chance to appealing to all the people in Great Britain, to all the fans, you know, play your part. Do whatever you can to stop war in Ukraine. The Ukrainian people need the peace.
And we're going to come on to your campaign in a moment, but if you were still playing at Chelsea as Ukrainian and you heard fans chanting Abramovich's name, how would that feel?
I know in Russia is so many people who is against the war. Speak out, go in the street, send the message. You know, world want the peace. World want the peace in Ukraine.
Would you prefer the Chelsea fans weren't singing Abramovich's name, or is there mitigating circumstances, do you feel?
I'm here to send the message across the world and also touch the heart of the people, the fans, all the world, to support my country, to help, to bring the peace in my country. Because the situation is very difficult, getting worse. Like I said, the city been surrounded, and it's not even open the humanitarian corridors. You know, I know the families who've been staying underground for 20 days, doesn't have food, doesn't have drinks, any medical supply, any helps. He needs to survive. He needs to survive life of the kids. And city like Kharkov, Kyiv, Mariupol, we all saw what happened in Mariupol. It sent bomb straight in the hospitals. It's a terrible things what happened in Ukraine.
Elizabeth, tell us about the campaign that you and Andriy are launching and are fronting.
Yes, of course. So this campaign, which is called Play Your Part for Ukraine, and you get through it on the Just Giving page, is a very important campaign. We know that the humanitarian situation is getting worse in Ukraine. And at the World Food Programme, we have reports of severe food shortages in parts of Ukraine, particularly in the cities that Andriy just mentioned, Mariupol and Kyiv and Kharkiv. And in neighbourhoods, certain neighbourhoods of those cities, we know that people are finding it very difficult to find food. So at the World Food Programme, we have launched a humanitarian response to reach more than 3 million people. That's a big operation. That's hundreds of trucks of food every day. So this campaign, which it basically, there are a number of partners involved. So there's the World Food Programme that I work for, UNHCR, UNICEF, also the Order of Malta, and now the Laureus Sport for Peace Foundation has joined as well. So we're really, really happy to be working with Andriy on this.
Hugely important. Last night was a big night for European football. My team, West Ham, went through with an injury time winner scored by the captain of Ukraine, Andriy Yarmolenko. Can you explain a little bit about how that will resonate in Ukraine this morning, Andriy? For him, it's only his second game back. He is having to play football while his family are and friends are, embattled in his country.
It's an incredible impact of the success. Andriy actually, he played his part very well because is so many Ukrainian people who watching him, and then I'm sure everyone was so happy. It's kind of it gives some hopes for the people to watching him. He scored incredible goal, winning goal is very important for my country, for my people. Ukrainian athletes, keep playing, keep doing well, and is a huge support for my country.
It's great to have you in the studio. I hope your family can stay safe. I know that you've moved them, but we appreciate you coming in and sharing your story. And Elizabeth, thank you for coming in, and the campaign, Play Your Part, is hugely important as well, of course, for trying to get that food and that support to the people that need it in Ukraine. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you, Shephard.